If you're a person who identifies as a lesbian, a gay, bisexual, transgender, transsexual, an ally, a pansexual, or a person of any other sexual orientation contrary to the social-cultural relationship between a male and a female, then you're probably unhappy with the passage of the anti-gay bill. The bill goes on to mention names involved in the promotion, propagation, advocacy for, support, or funding of LGBTQAP+, as well as persons who provide or participate in the provision of sex or gender reassignment. The bill may seem to only restrict activities of persons in the gay community, but here's the part that most of us haven't paid attention to, because parts of the bill have come under scrutiny for its vagueness, raising concerns over the actual intent of its sponsors. For instance, the bill touches on the prohibition of gross indecency, where a person who publicly and willfully does a grossly indecent act with the same sex commits a misdemeanor and is liable on a summary conviction to not less than 6 months and not more than 1 year imprisonment. Now, if you're wondering what constitutes a grossly indecent act, it is basically being chummy or friendly with a person of the same sex. Yes, the bill calls this a public show of romantic relations between or among persons of the same sex. By what measure is an action deemed romantic? A prolonged hug, a compliment from the same sex, or perhaps unceasing touching? The bill also criminalizes the public show of romantic relations between or among persons if one or more of the persons have undergone gender or sex reassignment. The bill also criminalizes the intentional cross-dressing to portray that the person is of a gender different from the gender at birth. Does this mean the male creatives who dress like women to push their craft will be in trouble if the bill is passed? Let's not delve into the need to clarify why the use of sex toys are forbidden in this bill, because who is to determine the appropriateness of what goes on in the privacy of consenting adults? This is not all. Aside the prohibition of an adoption order or fosterage for LGBTQ+ persons, allies will also not be allowed this privilege. In this context, an ally means a person who produces, procures, markets, broadcasts, publishes, or distributes materials with the intent to promote an activity prohibited under this bill. This begs another question. Is it an attempt by government to police its citizens' sexuality or actually promote human sexual rights and family values bill? For GHOne News, I will see Dede Jange.